Binadamu ni mavumbini atarudi. Interesting. The cases of coronavirus have been increasing around the world, resulting in endless panic, creating a lot of havoc and disappointments as well, mostly in developed countries. Not in Kenya. In fact, think about it. The new variant, Omicron, is that how it's pronounced? I don't know, because it's neither Swahili or a Kikuyu word, so it doesn't matter that much to me. But if you think about it, Omicron has been really nice, considerate, kind, and I think most importantly, respectful to Kenyans. It has allowed the Kenyan government 3 whole weeks to carry out events which they considered to be of national importance. 3 whole weeks of 0 Omicron cases detected, as well as of low coronavirus cases. I mean, how nice is that? It gave them enough time for politicians and government officials to move from one end of the country to the other, carrying out endless, unnecessary and premature political campaigns. It allowed the official opposition leader to launch his official presidential bid for like the 1 millionth time. Obviously, this was so important, it could not be done online, and it could not wait until the pandemic was over. And I think most importantly, it allowed us to carry out the once in a lifetime Jamhuri Day celebrations. The day we think we got our independence. It's not like we did it last year, say on 12th of December, or we could have carried it forward and done it, next year or the year after. Nope, this was the only time we had to do this. And then it was only after these events that Omicron cases were finally detected in Kenya. Don't get me wrong, this does not mean that these events were related to the Omicron cases that were detected in Kenya, finally and conveniently. No. If that was the case, Mutahi Kagwe, who is, unfortunately a health minister, would have told us. Hasn't he told us? Hasn't he constantly kept us in the loop? Every single day, ever since the pandemic started, he has told us so much information about coronavirus in Kenya. The number of travelers who got it, the number of males and females. When one person in Turkana gets it, he tells us. So why would he not be honest right now? But I bet the government is waiting for when we have forgotten about their super spreader events to finally tell us who the real culprit for the increased cases of coronavirus in Kenya is. You know who I'm talking about. Ordinary Kenyans. And I bet Mutahi Kagwe can't wait to remind you of how your recklessness and your failure to take personal responsibility has resulted in increased cases of coronavirus. I bet he can't wait to do that. And think about it, he has a point, right? Politicians have been moving from one end of the country to the other, holding large mass gatherings from around September or even earlier. And guess what? The cases were still low. The government has done the same thing, moving from, one end of the country to the other, launching projects that they could actually have done online, and still there were low cases of coronavirus, That means, yes, it's ordinary Kenyans that have resulted in the now increased, in the increased cases that we are seeing right now. And for that, I am sure the government is going to punish us severely, like we deserve. It's going to be so severe and harsh, our quality of life will be affected for years. But you know what? We deserve it for failure to take personal responsibility and for being so reckless, unlike our government. Take personal responsibility, Kenyans.